Oh, that's about to die. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the daytime Monday stream. It's a good day because Inferno X is here. Yay! All right, Inferno X arriving a day early. Huh? That's nice, you know, because again, we live out in the middle of nowhere. Not really the middle of nowhere, but we live in a rural area, and so for the cards to arrive so quickly is a nice thing. All right, this is going to say Inferno X live card shop. Okay. At here, we're going live for Monday. Okay. All right, we'll jump over here. Okay, working my claims job right now, just listening to your lovely voice. Oh, very cool, man. I just got a Dark Alakazam first edition, and it was a fake. Really? Like ungraded? Like a raw card? That sucks, man. We're dealing with the fake card too that we bought back in June. Lost about $400 on it. It's a lot of evil people out there want to do bad things to make money, and that's why, you know, that's the very reason why conservatism, you know, exists, is because it's a sort of paranoia against the bad people. That's exactly what it is. All right, so there we go. We've got beautiful Inferno X. You're waiting for something bad to happen. They said, I don't trust it. I don't trust the government. All that other good stuff. All right, there we go. So that looks lovely. We have to choose a price. So I like to do a little research before we choose a price. I think we're going to do a new price tier as well. We're going to have a, let's have a price tier for like a case or something. What do you think? A case price? Is that a bad idea? All right, let's see. All right. Oh, not this. My bad. Clicking on this. How much for Inferno? I am about to find out. About to find out, okay? I'm about to find out. Scooby-Doo, Dooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby dum. Doobie-Doo, Dooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Dooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Ba-Dooby-Doo, Ba-Doobie-Doo, Doo-Doo. Okay, looks like it could be on the pricey side. The first thing I do is I actually check, you know, I'll have a couple live rip and shippers that I keep an eye on to see what they do with their price. And I like to see what they're doing. My price isn't always cheaper or more expensive than theirs. It's just whatever I want it to be that day. And, but you know, I pay attention. I try to keep an eye on that. I actually wish I had somebody who was like a pricing guy, you know. Because the price isn't just about making a profit margin. It's also about like how fast do you want this product to disappear. And one of the most common pricing strategies is just to keep an eye on eBay. All right, let's just see what we got going on over here. eBay's sort of like this global pricing situation where anyone can go look at eBay and be like, oh, okay, so I can get myself, you know, a case of it for this much. And you got to be careful when you look at the eBay prices these days, because what you need to do, you need to add in a 15% for import fees. So it's a little more expensive these days. So a little more math required. All right. Oh my God, dude. Okay, divided by, how many boxes are in a case? 12. And then divided by 30. Yeah, okay. So, you know, so what I've done here is I look at a competitor's price, and then I look at the eBay price, and his price is just about 30 cents cheaper than I would have made it based off of eBay. And I like to round, so my price and his price are basically the same. So Inferno X shall be $7 a pack. Let's go find it. $7 a pack. Here it is, Pokemon Japanese Inferno X. I turn that music off. $7 a pack. 7 times 30 makes it $210 a box. And I'd like to offer a new thing, a case price. All right, so the case price should be $2,520. But let's see, what is that if we were to remove 10%? 2,268. And then, okay, so I'm offering a case price, which is actually cheaper than a box price, okay? So the case price is going to be 10% off, 2,268. For those who like cases, so 7,210, 2,268. That's what we're doing there. For the rare person who likes to open a whole case of them. Actually, you know, I know why we don't do case prices. It's because the case price changes day by day depending on who's got inventory for a case. That's the reason it's not a permanent fixture on the menu. All right, so that explains why we don't do that. I was just thinking about that. I was like, how can I give more value to my consumers or customers? How do I get them? How do I deliver more value to you guys? And obviously, price is the biggest thing. And I'm like, all right, well, if they buy it by the case, obviously it's cheaper. But the problem is, you can't use that same price day by day because you go back to restock it and those cases are gone. So that's what the issue there is. All right, let's go ahead and turn this music back on. So today we'll have a case price though, just for today. It's not for tomorrow, and it's 2,268 if you want a case of Inferno X. All right. I didn't pre-order. I asked around too. I like cases of beer, $2.10 per box, $2.10 USD. I'm literally punching the air. Hey, mister, thanks for letting me work some today on the side. Weird about Mothman, wanting to be sure you knew, and I didn't do it. No, I know you didn't do it. I wonder if I did that. I don't know. It might have been listed a long time ago. So let's see what you guys are saying. What's cracking? Working my claims job. It's here and I'm broke. Dang it, mister, says Whipple. Did Mega Evo come too? No, but it is scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Mega Evo is scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Hey, what's up, CS Man? How much for Inferno? $2.10 per box, $7 a pack. Let's go. This is Mr. Super Dan. How's it going, Super Dan? Hello, it's Senior Mister. It's me, Senior Mister. I like a case of beer, not American beer. I didn't pre-order. I asked around. Buttered toast. Yo. Okay, so. How should I store this, I wonder? Let's store this where the Marvel Studio used to be. So we had some Weiss Marvel in here. Let's put this where the Weiss Marvel was. So my thoughts on this set. It's a Charizard set. People are going to want the new Charizard. That's what's going to happen. Oh, where are my scissors? Here they are. It's probably going to be a pretty good set over time, just because of Charizard. No other reason. You don't need any other reason, just Charizard. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Ta-da! All right. Where does this go? Up here? This could go with a group of other packs, like Metazoo, Kickstarter, Naruto, Halo Other, Destined Rival, Full Metal Alchemist, Korean Black and White. Oh, this should say $2 now, so this has gone up slightly. Prices change. It's actually a good-looking Zard this time. He does look pretty cool, doesn't he? I think he looks pretty cool. I think that's a good thing. Because even sets with Charizards that look just okay, they do well over time too. Some English. Of course, I've ordered the Pokemon White. It hasn't arrived yet. Here's Gundam. Here's Gunslinger in the Abyss. Here's Nikke. Here's One Piece. Here is a set that I thought would do well, but it didn't. Interspecies Reviewer. We did sell some of that, but not too much. 151 Prismatic. Like people didn't go nuts for Interspecies Reviewer. Maybe the set was too small. Probably the set was too small. All right, cool. And so we've got this new pack on the menu, Inferno X. That's my menu box. Turn this down a little bit because I hate that song, whatever that was. Here is the, that's the jumbo pack break, right? Worth 160. We're going to add one of these in here just for fun. Okay, there. So now it's 167. It's a little bit more value. Victor's already in here. Cool. All right. A little more value. How do I deliver more value to the shareholder? Charizard, Charizard, Charizard. Yes. Mister got a Gem 3 Cubone. It's already on the moon. Move to the moon. Yeah, the Gem 3 cards are pretty cool looking. Nothing wrong with them. But, you know, in China, it was really exciting the first time they released some unique exclusive artworks. Now they're just doing it over and over and over again. And so I don't know how to feel about that. It's an interesting thought, but I don't know how to feel about that. All right, it's a new area. I am moving $16,000 around to my active business account, but I won't say why. We are. I've just moved a dangerous amount of money over. Okay. Payment on my student loans. I pay student loans. You know, I could have paid off my student loans many times over at this point. I could have paid them off, but I don't because the government only charges me 3.8% on the student loan. So that money is literally better spent on just about anything else. And Karis and I were talking about it. We'll probably remain in student debt for the rest of our life because we have no reason to pay off the student debt. I mean, you're better off just buying stocks with the exact same cash. You just go buy stocks all day long. Stocks generally go up by about 7%. Even when the economy has a bad turn downward, like it crashes, well, that's a great time to buy when it crashes. You know what I mean? It's a great time to buy. So why would we ever pay off our student loans when the stock market outperforms the student loan debt? So it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't. So it's just going to sit there forever. Maybe we'll pay it off one day when we have retirement or something, you know? Even then, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Even when we retire, you can just pay off your student loan with your retirement fund, or you can make the payment with the retirement loan. All right. I guess if we took more conservative approaches with our investment when it's time to retire, I don't know. I hope there is a market crash, says Mr. Exaleb. All right. You want a market crash? I feel you, man. Okay, Ivan Rodriguez, photo on Discord. Let's go take a quick look at what Mr. Ivan wants. He wants Kadabra and the beautiful Abra. I think the Abra is still up here. Great picks, by the way. Okay, here is the Abra. Ooh. I hope the scalpers win, says Whipple. What? Updates on the 1st September tax submission. Yeah, it's actually pretty far along, but you got to stop asking, guys, because we've got a channel in Discord where you can see if it's returned. Here we are. I don't know how to deal with this. So I get this question a lot. We submit some cards, and then people start asking, are we there yet? 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 There should be like a rule. What do I do? What do you think I do? Do I just tell people you can't ask, or do I wonder what I can do? Maybe I just don't read the question, but then that's not good either. People don't want to be ignored. We are Ivan Rodriguez. Toss it over here. Like, you can ask me, but it doesn't make it go faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not here. If it was here, we immediately update the Discord server. If it's not here, means it's still in service. And if you ask me, it doesn't go any faster. But I get it. People want to know about the status of the grading because they want to know how close it is. Kind of have like some sort of system for that. It's too bad I don't have like an assistant who can just update those channels all day long. Just set a monthly date when you update, or maybe update in the channel if you become an information. I'm kidding. Which Radiant Charizard do you think is better investment, Crown Zenith or Pokemon Go? Oh, Pokemon Go. It's got the Pokemon Go stamp. I think it's a more iconic thing too. You know, the Radiant Zard in Crown Zenith is just any Radiant Zard, but Pokemon Go Zard is Pokemon Go. Okay, so he wanted that. He also wanted this Kadabra. How much did you send over? You actually sent over 85, Mr. Ivan. Was there meant to be a third slab? Was there meant to be a third one? So let's see if we can find this Kadabra. Look at that. That's nice. Hello Kitty. Do a Hello Kitty break in the future. A box break on 210. No. When is mail order bride being sent out? Here's Hello Kitty. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with asking. The problem is I get that question too much. So if you ask and about 16 other people ask, all of a sudden I got that question 16 times. Yeah. Maybe just get used to answering it. What was the grade on the Haircross Rev Foil? Yeah, it's a great card. These cards are kind of out of date now because it's been a month. Looks like he was last priced on $8.25, in fact, so he needs a real price update. But that was $92. I wonder if he could be regraded. All right, here's a cool card. Put that away. We're looking for Kadabra. Abracadabra. Not here. The problem is all the slabs have been been mixed up now. We're at the end of the month and we were kind of mixing them up. Wonder if he's potentially on the table. Oh man, I don't know where he's at. I remember we were busting through these last night. We were busting. Right, because I was taking stuff like this and making it for sale individually, which I had not done yet. Okay, not here. We are looking for Dark Kadabra, just one slab. Normally this would be very easy, but nowadays we have so many slabs that it's actually kind of hard. Well, here, I'm not running into him. Let me do a thing. Let me make sure he's not on the table, actually. I didn't think I should try that first. I should check the table first. Right, like we should be checking the table out. I'm pacing around the store, salty as hell. Mr. has Inferno exit. I'm tapped out. I'll let you pull out a loan. I'll let you pull out collateral against your own card. You got a card you want to use as collateral? Lazy King. Come on, man. I need my cards, man. I understand, though, man. New card set comes out. Lee. Just making sure he's not on the table first. No, he's definitely not on the table. I didn't put him in a, I don't think I did. I don't think I put him in like the Poke Shuffles. So I'll keep looking over here, okay? All 4 slabs were on the table. Mr. Bat was paid 2. Okay, so there is more. Is that what you're saying? You only sent me 2 pictures. Oh, I see. One of the pictures, which has a picture of 3 slabs, are 3 slabs that you purchased. I understand. So there is Frigabacks. I was wondering about that. I didn't understand because you had sent more than you needed for just 2 slabs. So these are yours as well. So we're still just looking for the Dark Kadabra. I thought about taking a whole bunch of these cheap slabs like this and turning it into one gigantic break. Maybe like $1,000 worth of junk slabs. One person gets all of them. What's that Halo card? So he's one of the new breaks. I bought him just to be a break because I thought he was really exceptionally cheap when I bought him. That is the Hard Light Master Chief card. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like pop 1, 2, or 3. I don't think he's very common at all. Let's see. He comes out of the new Halo set from Upper Deck, and he's considered like a chase card. It's a nice, thick card, hard to grade 10. We've graded like 2 of them, and they both did not grade 10. Come on now. What is this doing? Stuck? God, dude, I hate it when things run slow. I just cannot stand it when they run slow. It makes me angry. Come on, magical cell phone, do your stuff. There it goes. There it is. Pop 1. You're looking at Pop 1, guys. This is the only Master Chief Hard Light graded 10. That's the only one. Pop 1. You're looking at it. It's a cool break. And it might take a while. It's a big break. It's not small. So it could take a little while. Oh, there's the Kadabra right there. Found it. That was easy. It was right on the top after all that swishing about. All right, cool. It's a new month. I'm in treatment right now. I have just fallen asleep. I have 2 hours left. Nice, dude. We are Dark Cadabra. You're in treatment. I hope you feel better, okay? Ivan Rodriguez. All right. Ooh. Ooh. If I do that, I'm getting a case. He's getting a case of the feelings. We do have a case price for Inferno X right now for anyone who wants to open a whole case of Inferno X. Remember, my price has to include a couple of things. So when you look at it, the price of the menu, your gut instinct might be like, that's a little high. But consider this. I was the one who paid the import fee. Import fee is 15% now, guys. It's not a small number anymore. When you buy the product, I have to pay the processing fee on my time. It really matters. It adds up. We might be able to reduce that processing fee if you were to purchase it off of ZELLE, by the way. So if you're making a big purchase on ZELLE, talk to me about it. And then finally, if I make a little profit on it, I pay taxes too. So the amount that I actually earn looks smaller and smaller when you do all the math, right? Like the processing fee the processing fee isn't on my profits. It's on the entire cost. And then the import fee is on the entire cost of the purchasing price of the case. So it all just kind of stacks up. It's kind of pricey. Okay, and it's here in the United States too. I had to pay to ship it. So the shipping wasn't free either. You pay for the shipping, you pay for the taxes, you pay for the processing fee. It's really stinky. And then after all that, then I get to make some profit. I'd like to make some profit. But you get the case for about 10% cheaper than the packs. Okay, Jonathan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Jonathan. 7 a pack is a nice price. Is the $1,000 one for full case? The full case is $2,268. I'm going to make it even cheaper. Let's round it down. I like round numbers. So we're going to say for case $2,250. So there's the case price. So the case price is cheaper than the box price. All right, so actually it was not your turn, Jonathan. I apologize for that. It is not your turn. I was in the wrong list. Jonathan Sylvester, hold on. These are not yours. I have to go in the exact order. So I'm sorry, I got you excited there. But it's actually Andrew Hyatt's turn. He says, pay off my slab away and shipping. Andrew Hyatt. Okay, Andrew Hyatt, pay off slab away. Let's start looking for that. Sorry about that, Mr. Jonathan. Wait, is this my opening? Not yet, not yet. I thought it was your turn. It's not. It's actually Andrew's turn. I started going in the wrong order. I'm not allowed to do that under any circumstance. So I apologize. Let me do the orders in the exact order. Very important on this stream. All right. Slab away, Mr. Andrew Hyatt. He has a PSA 6 Zapdos from March. So this is a pretty old one. Let me check the A box. I'll be right back, guys. I got to go exactly in order. Aha. Wow, probably not a bad purchase anymore. This first edition Zapdos wouldn't have been considered like a big investable card back in the day. I bet you the price on that has doubled. So that's a big win for Slabaway, everybody. Andrew, I have the same address as before. I don't know if you moved. Nope, looks like you're in the same place. Okay, good. We're going to increase the weight on this. And did you have a bag, Mr. Andrew? Any cool pulls from the new set yet? Nope, we haven't even opened one pack of it yet. What's today? It's Monday? Andrew Martin, Andy Dirksen, Anthony Zanardi. We are now doing a hunt for any Andrew Hyatt bags. I don't know if he had one. He didn't mention it. But I don't want to ship it. Ah, there we go. I don't want to ship it. And then he comes back and he's like, where's my bag? There we go. We're going to use a standard shipping method. Good. Thank you. I didn't forget you. I got this week. Mister, I know I told you I was going to pay off the slab yesterday, but my debit card wouldn't work, so I'll need to wait until later tonight or tomorrow. Hey, man, there's no rush at all. It's not a rush. Yeah, not a big deal. You put in slab away, so you actually have plenty of time. Free Palestine. Habibi has been saying that very consistently for a long time. I actually think Habibi might not be joking. He might actually be serious. You are? All right. Habibi, my thoughts on the Palestinian war. It's not a one-sided war. It's two sides. I think that they need to release the hostages. I think that that's just as important. And so you can be very mad at Israel. Israel's killing a lot of people, taking hostages of their own. But yet, the Hamas group still holds on to a whole bunch of prisoners, like 48. There we go. I don't think that there can be an end to the war until those prisoners are released. That's it. Or whatever you want to call them. I guess you call them hostages. Yeah, you'd call them hostages. They have to be released. Then I think the war has a real pathway to peace. Jonathan Lewandowski, box of Inferno X. Oh, so Jonathan actually orders a whole sealed box, and it is his turn. Here you go, Jonathan. All right, Mr. Jonathan. You ready? Love the new Shinji Kanda art for Oracorio. Oh, nice. Yeah, Oracorio got a Shinji artwork. So if you're a fan of Oracorio, it's a great day for you. Watch that be an AI clip. Here we go. All right, you ready? Yeah, that war is nasty. I hate that the United States and everyone else gets dragged into some endless religious war. Religion's been the source of so much fighting for so long. It's crazy. There we go. All right. So tired of religion. Are you guys ever get tired of religion? My God, your God, his God, our God. Here we are. God's on my side, and I'm going to win. Lots of that. No, he's on my side, and I'm going to win. Tons of that. Been going on for centuries. How many humans have died to that idea? They are pretty terrible. All right, here we go. Jonathan Lewandowski. Let's start snipping it. I don't believe in all that. I believe in science. Science and reason, guys. Science and reason. There we go. I only believe in science. It's a quote from Nacho Libre. I get tired of Pokemon, Mr. Haktua. You get tired of Pokemon. Haktua and spit on that thing. You ready? One whole box. Jonathan Lewandowski. Thank you, Jonathan, for being here today. Whoa, look at that Wigglytuff. That is almost creepy. What the hell? What am I looking at? All right. Cold. You got Switch. This looks like Switch classic Pokemon card. They both need to be striked. If either you strikes both till they shut it. The Charizard is like 1 in 300. We are. All right. I don't know what the exact solution is, so I don't really care to try and, you know, sound arrogant like I know exactly what the trick is. Wow, you just got an alt art of, I recognize her, but I don't know who she is. We are. You know, I didn't watch all of the animus, and I didn't play all of the games. It is. But also, I always played as the boy, not the girl. Here's Mega Heracross. We haven't seen Mega Heracross since Furious Fists. In fact, I think I have a Mega Heracross card for sale, and it's from Furious Fists. But I also have a sealed box of Furious Fist, and I bet you it went from being a couple... Ooh, I bet you it went from being a couple... Is that an R? Oh, okay, it's an RR. It went from a couple $1,000 to like $10,000 or $12,000 over time if I had to take a stab at it. Here's Toxtricity. Pokemon really trying to get us to like Toxtricity despite the fact that he's a terrible looking Pokemon and he's never going to be popular. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. Lots of mediocre Pokemon designs these days. You know what it is? He looks like a furry. And there's nothing wrong with furries, but I'm just saying every time they do that, oh my gosh, look at this Shinji Kanda artwork. Wow. That guy just makes everything cool. Man, there's Sharpedo, Mega Sharpedo. I've seen that too. What's the does that come out of? He comes out of Flash Fire, doesn't he? Togedemaru, I like saying his name. He's got a long name. I need a Mega Skeptile. What? There you go. Damn, Dawn is Gen 4 protagonist. I thought you said damn. Damn. No way, that's Duraludon? Yeah. That's a Shinji Duraludon. That's fun. All right. Togedemaru. The Ant. Oracurio. So you got SAR Dawn in Japanese, which is probably pretty good to be grabbing. Empoleon's in this set. That's good to note. And here we have it with Suicune. We got Suicune. Will you get Phantasmal Flame in the future? The English version? Yeah. When does that come out? It comes out in November probably, right? Does it come out in November? Yeah, we'll have it. So a nice Suicune Hollow has arrived. They make so many Suicune Hollows. When are they going to give us a nice Suicune Alt Art? That isn't like Walking Wake, stinky-ass Walking Wake. Mega Sharpedo was a promo pack in the XY era. Nice. Jonathan Lewandowski. Thanks for hopping on, Mr. Jonathan. It's nice to see you again. All right. Not in here. Ugh. Imagine how much money the United States and other countries could spend developing new medicines if everyone wasn't constantly at war over nothing. You know? Ooh. Yeah, we're definitely living... We're dragged into barbarism. It's really too bad. It's too bad. There we go. Here's Mr. Mark. He says 3 packs of Metazoo Topps Chrome. It is actually Mark's turn right now, okay? 1, 2, 3. Mr. Mark, remember we got to take care of John Sylvester, but it's not his turn yet. It is actually Mark's turn. We're going exactly in order, everybody. That Dawn is $127. Nice. You got a good pull, man. That usually means if it can grade 10, it'll go for almost double that. There we go. So that's a good pull. Do you know Phantasmal prices in the future? Nope. Also, you're awesome to make my afternoons better. Sweet. Oh, you got a Mothman. Here we go. Nice. So this is the card you want. Every time you pull this card, you can grade it and sell it, and somebody might actually buy it. I just posted a Mothman up to the internet, up to eBay, and when I looked into it, it was getting lots of views. I was like, oh, there's still an interest in there's a small niche community of Metazoo buyers and sellers, and they like Mothman still. So he's still good, guys. Yes. Here we are. If you're looking for something to open and grade for fun. Mister, I thought you already passed 100,000 subscribers. Nope. No, I have not. Well, I did on my other YouTube channel, TheCardconomist. That channel's at 130,000 subscribers. So when we pass 100,000 over here, it's going to be super cool. We're going to have 2 silver plates. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, nothing crazy in these packs this time. Mothman is real. The problem is people want to make money, and they will make more money from having people pay them monthly to keep them alive. What? Yeah, I know there's a lot of money involved in war. That's for sure. But I genuinely think that the current wars are all like, well, they're battles for land, but they're also battles over identity and religion. And I get really tired of that crap. All humans should just be focused on a singular purpose, solving and curing medical problems. That's it. That's the one thing that really has value in this world. We should be solving heart disease, cancer, dementia. That's the stuff that really matters. Mr. Jonas is actually next. He wants 10 of the Team Rocket packs, Japanese. Now, those are not Japanese. Those are Korean. Those are Korean. Is that okay, Jonas? Are you watching, Mr. Jonas? So you ordered 10 of the Japanese, but you paid the Korean price. If you'd like them to actually be Japanese, it looks like I can get you 4 of them. Would you like that instead, or would you like the Korean ones? So either 4 Japanese packs or 10 of the Korean packs. He says, good enough? All right, good enough. Very good. Okay. By the way, Jonas, this is one of the most popular products on my menu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. People love the cheap price, and the cards look just as good as the Japanese ones. They're really high quality. Goes, and they grade 10 pretty easily, too. All right, you ready? We should just be solving medical problems, you know? It's crazy that the world is still at war with itself. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button for Inferno X, if you will. New break over here. Did you guys catch this Koga's Ditto break? So this is a 1 in 8 break, and it is a vintage Koga's Ditto. That is a chance to own a vintage card, already graded 10, and you have a $40 chance. So you can open up $40 of booster packs today to pull, I don't know, like a modern card. Or you can spend $40 to get into a vintage 10 Koga's Ditto. All right. Crown Zenith and Paldean Fates are up. Why? Yeah, they should be way up, actually. Paldean Fates and Crown Zenith. We are. All right. Well, and the reason why is because they're both old, and they both have fantastic pulls in them. That's for Mr. Jonas. Thank you, Jonas. Oh, Jonas. You pulled a Rockets Raticate, and you pulled a Rockets Farticuno. Okay. There was a bunch of people in line. Sorry about that for the wait time. We're going to get this caught up, though. Jesus. Everyone said, Happy Monday. We have the ability to move pretty fast, so we're going to get these caught up, okay, everybody? Keep the wait times low. But today will be a busy day. We now have 3 new items on the menu. Carlos Sura. Hey, what's up, Carlos Sura? How's it going, man? He wants into the Jumbo Pack Break. That's what we call it. Did you know, Carlos, right now, this is probably the most popular booster pack product that we sell. It's not any one individual pack. It's this strange jumbo pack that just goes off over and 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 over again. But take a look, guys. Here it is. Lots of stuff in here, just randomly tossed in here. Supposed to equal $160. There it is, Spider-Man at the back of it. But look, we just tossed this in for free. So today, free Inferno X pack going in there. Pretty good. All right. That's the jumbo pack break right now. There's 2 people in there. 2 people are required to finish it off. Jumbo pack breaks, super popular. People love it. It's different every time. I think that's part of the appeal. Like, it's different every single time. All right, so now it is Jonathan Sylvester's turn, and you get 10 packs of Inferno X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jonathan Sylvester, how's it going, man? Every now and then you pop in here. It's nice to see you again. You ready? All right. Mister's dialed. Don't mention anywhere price changes to Mister. Yeah. Yeah, if you say something like, oh, product X has shot way up, I go, has it? Because my price might need to reflect that. I haven't updated mine. There we go. All right. Okay, is that, what is this called? Something Cadet? Fire Cadet or something like that? I don't remember his name. All right. I feel like this and the other one are pretty forgettable. You got this fire-breathing dude. He looks a little chubby. You are. He's been eating too much Pizza Hut. You got to calm down on that Pizza Hut. Or a Corey O. So there's a Shinji Kanda card to chase after in this set. Let's say both of the SRs are pulled out of a box. But it's like you can still go after the ARs because of the Shinji Kanda pull. So it's really, it's a good set. Char Cadet. There we go. Char Cadet. I think he's kind of mid. Char Cadet. There we go. Char Cadet and whatever he turns into. I don't know. I just haven't felt the love for them. Once again, look, he's just in the shape of a human. Like, what am I looking at? Is this a Digimon? What's going on here, Pokemon? Make it feel like Pokemon already. Come on. I'm begging you. Let's see. Oh, well. They'll figure it out. Hopefully, the next generation's better. But you never know. Make it feel like Pokemon. Jonathan Sylvester. Your bag says $6.25 on it, Mr. Jonathan. I love the Pizza Hut. We are. All right, there we go. He's watching a UFC fight in that card. Zachary Stekskowski says spot in the jumbo pack break and a box of the new Weiss Marvel. Here you go, Mr. Zach. Good. Pack number 3. Bazoinks. And a box of the new Weiss Marvel, which I have just placed where? Here it is. Oh. Double tap the screen for Mister. That's right. If you double tap the screen, that will turn into a like. Let's get those likes up to about 40. We got 86 viewers. I like about half of the viewers to like the stream. Here we have it for Mr. Zach. Mr. Zach. You got these guys. The new guys. I think you self-graded a few cards of mine, and I missed it because you did it in the second stream a few days ago. Yeah? There we go. Scoop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's go ahead and change the background real fast. There's Link for 40 bucks. There's Hello Kitty for 360 bucks. And here is Gengar. What's going on with this Hello Kitty? So this is the top pull out of the entire Hello Kitty set. It's called an SSP. That's the top rarity, okay? It's got some beautiful embossing, and it's got just a really low pull rate. To pull this out of the case would be extremely difficult. All right, there you go. All right. That's the top chase pull from Weiss Hello Kitty. So you can feel like you're king of the world when you own it. King of the cat world. Mega, make all Pokemon great again. Mr. Use this for a title. I don't think I'm using that for a title, man. All right. Also, wouldn't it be Matka? Ready? I don't think we're using that as a title. All right. Here's Cyclops. He gonna shoot you, bro, with his eyeballs. Okay. Oh, rawr, rawr. Crazy how two attacks, they were both military, but not surprising. A lot of big news story involved in military. What? Yeah. Oh. Little Magneto, huh? Here's dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. This guy's throwing his axe because he's got an axe now. Let me ask you a question. Here's this guy. Gotta catch them all. Ice Edition. That was effed up, dude. Yeah. Ooh, Guardians of the Galaxy. The flippant nature of it, you know, posting that like it's a funny joke, not professional. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to do that. That's my opinion on that. You know, the people who are getting tossed out, it's scary, difficult, dangerous, painful, unfortunate. Some people believe it's immoral. And then to just post a flippant Pokemon video about it, it's just like, come on, dude. And you don't even own that brand. You can just steal brand stuff. And obviously the Pokemon company was probably very mad at this, associating their brand with something that's so dark. But what are they going to do about it? Are they going to sue the Trump administration? And then what's Trump going to do about it? He's going to do revenge. So it's like, what? Pretty, not a good face, not a good look. So I would say that was not a good thing. But, you know, the subject of, you know, taking people and sending them home because they, whatever, overstayed their visa or they snuck in or whatever, that's a serious subject and not a funny one at all. My local Kobe hibachi restaurant closed down after an ice raid. Oh my God, dude, that's not right. Not the hibachi restaurants, bro. Bro. They should have, you know what they should have done? They should have tasted the food. And if the food was good, they should have had a little printer there, right there on the spot. And then they should have gone, choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. And then they just print IDs right there. All right, you're staying. Yeah, but no, it's a dark subject. It really is. We are. There's Mr. Hulk. All right. I think that it's a dark subject because for 4 years, the other administration, which is the polar opposite of this one, allowed tons and tons and millions, I guess, of people in. And now this administration is trying to kick them all back out. And the people in between are just getting tossed, dude. Like, it's like, first they get their hopes up, and then it's like, you're a criminal, we're kicking you out. It's like, oh, man, that's dark. All right, that's for Mr. Zach. It's not a good thing. It shows you that our government needs to be united in its decision about what to do so that people don't get hurt with the indecisiveness, because that's what I would chalk this down to. The United States has two very different perspectives, and it's hurting the people that you're trying to make a decision on, you know? So it's not a good, if you're in the middle, it's not a good thing. We are Mr. Zach. All right. Very good. Mr. Zach. Sticks. All right. Number 2. There you go. Some of us don't know how blessed we really are. Being in America is a great thing. And there's a lot of people who are inside of America calling it the devil, calling it the worst thing ever. And they never want to leave. They don't want to leave. They want to stay. I wanted to leave like 2 or 3 years ago. I was talking about, oh, I'm moving to Europe. You know, I was all stinky like any of those Hollywood celebrities that goes, we're moving to the UK or something, or Canada. So I was all stinky. Then I saw the taxes and I said, America. I got all patriotic. I was like hugging the flag. I was like, wow, I love it here. Here's a box for, can I guess that this is for Team Rocket Grunt? Is that what it is? TRG? Here it is. Okay, so you sent over for a box of, here we are, grab this. You sent over for a box of Inferno X. What's this era called? Is it just called Mega Evolution? Yeah, it's a Mega era. Probably Legend CA era. That's what we would call it. That's what I would call it. I'd call it Legend CA era. Okay, there's your card, 100. Tossing that away. Thank you so much, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. I call this the Pokemon era. Hey, mister, notice you got that new Charizard box. Sent some ETH. Yep, and it's your turn. It's your turn now. Here we are. Hey, what's up, Sarah Dusenberry? How's it going? Hello from Brazil. I'm here. I can still find English Destined Rivals booster box for 200 USD. I bought 7. Should I buy more? I'd be very careful with those, Mr. Pasadella. I'd be very careful with those. Make sure that you actually investigate them because they could be fake. $200 is so beneath the market price. Those sound fake to me. There we go. Had some other stuff in the message. Oh, let me read the rest of it. Let's see. Can you put my signed waifu card I pulled from the waifu shuffle on consignment and please take my bags of hollows? Can you put the signed waifu card I pulled from the waifu shuffle on consignment? I cannot put those directly into the waifu shuffle. What I can do is I can find the eBay price and then I can put them up on a table. But to put it into the waifu shuffle would be me buying it from you instantly. So I can't buy it from you instantly. We can negotiate a price for me to buy it from you instantly, but I don't really buy girl cards. I'm not a girl card collector. We are, so I'm much more passive about it. I'm much more campy about it. Let's go ahead and sneak these. Here we are. So I think I've had other people ask me that before if I can put their card in the live custom. But what that really means is you're asking me to buy it right away. That's what it means. And what I can do is I can put it on consignment up on the table. Somebody might buy it off the table. Nothing wrong with that. But the waifu shuffle would require me to buy it. Here we are. Yeah, that's what I wanted for you to do, but on the table. Perfect. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Let me go find it. Okay, I'm going to go find it. Oh, it's Alexis. Did Alexis come by? Let me see if Alexis came by. What time is this? 5:58? Okay. Let's go ahead and snip this. Do we currently have a pack split going on? Do we have a pack split? There's currently no pack split. I apologize. We have to pick a new pack split. I kind of get like a queue of things to work on, and a pack split's in the queue. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's one of the things to work on. Team Rocket Grunt, one whole box of Inferno. Let's pull that Charizard. One Charizard coming right up. Okay, here's the deal, guys. If we pull the top card, the Charizard Alt-Art, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the next case and mix the old boxes in with the rest of the cases. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. Okay, just for fun, just to keep it exciting. We are. Oh yeah, the doggy Yamper, bark bark. Okay, there's Yamper. Definitely better than last week. Thanks for asking. How are you? All right, here's a cold one. Here's the doggy bark. Cold one. Here's Jenny Sect. Ambipom. Can there not be more than one in one case? I doubt it. I don't think I think we've seen that one time ever. We saw LaFlame pull a double crown Pikachu, But that's like once that I've ever seen that in like 6 years. Pretty sure it's like a defect if that happens. It's not meant to happen. Yeah, we saw a double crown Pikachu came out. It was pretty peak. Okay. Oh, the, what is this? Fire or something? Looks like a torch. All right. Here's Empoleon. He's cool. Empoleon gets an EX card. That's neat. EXs are so ugly. I feel like EXs are sometimes uglier than the holos themselves. Okay, you get Dawn. Very nice. Gen 4 protagonist or something. That's the one I wanted. Yeah. Any new hot takes? Charizard, he's very hot. What do you mean hot takes? You mean like about life, or you mean about ongoing news? People enjoy talking about what's going on in the world in this group. I guess it's more of an adult group, so sometimes we talk about the ongoings in the news. I don't have like a ton of hot takes or anything like that. I just kind of talk about whatever's going on whenever we start talking about it. There's that Wigglytuff. That Wigglytuff looks really strange. It's like Uncanny Valley or something. It's almost like it's too real looking or something. There we go. Any hot takes about life? I'm reading again. What I would tell you guys is that schools, they're like Walmart. You go to school, it's like Walmart. You're a customer, and you think that the school is there to like enlighten you. If you want to be enlightened, you have to go do a bunch of reading. You have to. Schools will like make you read some boring books and teach you like math. If you want to be smart, you have to read. It's like not an option. That's the only way to be educated. You have to go read on your own about the things that you care about. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. All right, so hopefully you guys can pick up some books this year and start reading. And you can read really fast. You don't have to be like perfect at it. Just read something. You can read all kinds of books like how do I buy a house? How do I sell a house? How do I invest? So much stuff you can learn out there. Team Rocket Grunt. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, schools, they want your money. And I think it's kind of like Walmart. Your local school is like a Walmart. You're a customer. It's a big system built for the average person. It's not built for you. Big system built for the average person. Okay. So where were we? If you want to get educated, you have to read. No choice. The reason, oh, somebody's following me on Twitch. The reason that's such a big idea is because people think they're educated because they have a degree. I don't think that's true anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think education is still extremely valuable. It sets you apart, and it makes you wealthy over time because you understand things better than other people do, you know? But you have to read. You do have to go read. The real wealth of knowledge is out there. It's in a book, and they don't make you read that at college. They make you read, like, The Powerhouse of the Cell or something like that. We are? All right. So that's my hottest take. That's my 2025 take, is the importance of reading. All right, here goes Mr. Gabriel. You really do have to read. If you know, a lot of people are asking, oh, I'm stuck in the middle class, or I'm stuck, I can't get into the middle class. The middle class is disappearing. And so on the minds of a lot of people is, how do I reach a point in life where I'm doing well and excelling and living the American dream, or whatever dream you want to call it nowadays? How do I get to that point? The answer has always just sort of been go to college. I don't think that's the answer anymore. I think going to college is just kind of like going to high school these days. So it's like just an extended high school. And so the real answer is you do have to self-educate. You have to sit down and start reading lots of books. You are. So that's why I recommend it. Oh, Rotom Altart for Mr. Gabriel. Very nice. Very good. Go. Everybody wants money, but they don't know markets. Right. Like you can go learn about financial investing. You can go read about the history. I just read about the history of the Nike company. I learned so much. The Nike company was so interesting. Like, here's one of the interesting details about Nike. The people who worked very early for Nike were kind of like big losers, actually. They were overweight. They were nerdy. They weren't like Chads, basically. They weren't super educated, but they were super passionate about making a difference in the shoe market. And they were super passionate about proving that the state of Oregon's a cool place. And then they all became like millionaires because they worked so hard on it. And so it didn't really matter that they weren't already winners. And in fact, when you're putting a company together, often the people that come together as a group to work, they aren't already winners. It's always people starting from the bottom because people at the top, they've already got their own stuff going on in life. And so there's this sort of like, we're a group sort of fighting the world. There's this sort of feeling that's very important for a team when you're trying to put a good team together for maybe like a business, but it doesn't have to be a business. It could be anything. And that feeling is very important. And I was reading about that, and I thought that was very fascinating, that sometimes when you're looking for a good team, you're not looking for the teammate who's already successful. You're looking for the one that wants to be successful, but isn't currently. Here's Gabriel Gallegos. So, you need to go be reading books like that if you want to do business, but you should be reading whatever it is you're fascinated with. Don't wait for the schools, which again are like Walmart. Don't wait for them to give you, that sort of knowledge and freedom, because that's what knowledge gives you is more mastery over the world. Don't wait for the Walmart schools to teach you that. Go learn it. It's just a matter of opening a book and reading. And I really think you have to do that. It's 2025 and you have to do it. It's not an option. If you don't read, you will be, for the most part, stuck in life. You'll be stuck. And if you do a lot of reading, you'll probably have a much higher chance, at least, of getting further in life. There we go. People talk about reading the history of a country. Why don't you read the history of a lot of businesses and see why they succeeded? There's a lot to learn from that. Here's Gabriel. Almost like studying a speed run, right? You ever studied a speed run in a video game that you play? I used to do that. I used to study speed runs when I worked on my other YouTube channel, the GameConomist. You learn so much from a speedrunner so rapidly. So, the equivalent of that would be like finding a popular company that's become extremely popular, maybe like Buc-ee's, right? Buc-ee's is a recent one. But read about their ideas and read about the leader and the team and the energy behind it. And it's weird how, these sort of like immortal companies that don't die, when you read about them, you find these same core tenets over and over and over again, and they're almost like religious. They're almost like, certain ideas are just really in tune with reality and protect your existence. And so you find that. You also learn about their mistakes that they wish they had not made. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Nike is the Greek goddess of victory. Yep. Nike is also a Gunnar set. Oh my gosh, I gotta go intern again in 40 minutes. I hate this. Yo, I got a question. What's up, Kyle Johnson? Sorry I didn't see your question. How's it going, Kyle? We waiting, Kyle. No memes. Let's see what Kyle makes. He's got a check mark. That means he's got a big YouTube channel. Kyle, I almost have that check mark. I'm getting really close now. Let's see. Ugh. Kyle is a cool dude who looks like he goes out and makes funny videos. Very neat, Kyle. All right, let me jump back into my own chat room. Hey, mister, there's a new extremely level fight in Monster Hunter. Yes, I did get the email for that before they released it. Monster Hunter Wilds released a new big fight for Final Fantasy. Makes me think of like the Extreme Behemoth. But I've not played it. Maybe I'll come back and play it. I don't know. You should check it out. He says Extremeth, the level fight. Yeah, I might enjoy it. I might come back. Buc-ee's doesn't allow semi-trucks. Ever notice that? Yep. They don't want people to feel like they're in danger with the semi-trucks. Very clever. He didn't ask anything. As someone who's in a private high school, I'd rather go to a trade school than college. There's nothing inherently wrong with college, but it's very expensive, and it doesn't necessarily make you wealthy anymore. But you could go to college for certification to become a lawyer, a nurse, a doctor. There's all kinds of good things to go to college for. I don't want to sound like I strictly hate college. You can have great experiences in college. They got great programs. You meet a lot of people. I met my wife in college. So I've been to college twice. I got an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. But my most important education actually comes from self-reading. You have to go read, guys. You have to. It's not an option. You won't be rich unless you read. Your odds of being rich, if you're reading what everyone else is reading in college, you're only as smart as the average person. That's it. And if you're as smart as the average person, it's much harder to get ahead in life. Anthony Haymeyer. So there's my hot take. Anthony Haymeyer, 3 Inferno. That's been on my mind a lot. That has been on my mind a lot. Is, you know, when I look back, I'm 36 now. I'm actually a bit older now. After 36 years and after having a successful Pokemon card collection, when I look back at my life, the most critical moment in my life was when I was working for Coca-Cola. And because of the nature of that job, I was alone a lot. And what did I do? I downloaded a whole bunch of books off of Pirate Bay because I was pretty poor. I didn't want to buy them. I downloaded a whole bunch of self-help books, psychology books, just books that are meant to expand your knowledge, right? Financial books, investing books, real estate books, like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that kind of stuff. And I listened to all of them. And I listened to them in audiobooks while I was working for Coca-Cola. I realized that time of my life was super transformative. And even though college teaches you how to do a job, those books teach you, why are you doing this particular job? So like college can teach you how to be a worker, but those books can teach you how to be like a leader or a thinker, and you have to read them. You can't skip that part. You have to go read them. So I recommend that. Go hit up your library or do whatever works. Let's see, Anthony Haymeyer. Thank you so much, man. Let's see if you got a bag. Here it is. That's a part of your education that is maybe the most important part of your education. You can't skip that part. It's like you can go to school to learn how to code a software program, but you can't go to school and become like a tech startup bro. It just won't work that way. The tech startup bros are more than that. They're more than just guys who know how to code. And so again, that kind of having that kind of knowledge about what you're supposed to be doing in life and how to do things in life and how to maybe mimic some guys who already were extremely successful. That's very important. Kyle Johnson says, I wanted to ask about streaming because I want to start streaming on my channel. Is it possible to get in trouble by having your PayPal and doing this? I don't think PayPal is going to get you in trouble. No, I don't think PayPal is going to get you in trouble. Yeah, I don't think YouTube's going to come knock your door down. I don't know. Go for it, man. Okay, no trouble using PayPal. LeBron don't read. How many boxes does the Inferno box bring? Booster box bring? You mean the case? Should be 12 boxes. I just don't want to get in trouble. I got one of each mega ETBs. He posted right when I posted. LeBron went to the same high school as my dad. I'm not surprised he doesn't read. There's exceptions, you know. So, you know, if LeBron doesn't read or whatever, there's exceptions. Like, yeah, if you are extremely tall and extremely athletic and you have sort of like a physical intelligence and you can play basketball all day long, you're this 1 in a million kind of people who's, excuse me, I gotta have a drink. You're this 1 in a million people that are going to get rich playing basketball all day long. But you can't, the whole society can't do that. It doesn't make sense. Mathematically, it doesn't make sense. If we were all pro basketball players, nobody would make any money. It would be a job that doesn't have any value. Nobody in sport reads. Yeah, that's right. Here we are. Ooh, cold. That's probably not true. Probably some guys read. All right, lovely, lovely. Look at this beautiful Pokemon Go Radiant Charizard, 1 in 8 odds. I'm going to turn this Hello Kitty into a break soon. The Staff Tyranitar and Ocarina of Time. Shaq reads. Yeah, I bet you some of them do read, actually. Carlos Sura, 151 pack. 1994 Fleer Marvel. 1 Inferno pack. 1 Magic Spider-Man. Spooderman. Spooderman. So I believe I need a new box of the Spooderman. Yes. Why? Because I opened a whole box for myself so that I could send some off to grade with tag grading. The nature of our card shop is going to change pretty soon. We're going to start listing a lot of items on Feebay. We are an eBay channel now. That is because we are going to take a very heavy influx of slabs. We are. You guys are going to have first shot of them. That's the system, I think. Now, 1 Fleer. Where do I find the Fleer? There it is. Is it 20 packs per box? Says CS Man. What, for the Inferno? No, it's 30 packs. Should be 30 packs, isn't it? Yeah, it should be 30. It is 30. All right. So nice. I caught a 22-pound king salmon a couple days ago. My personal best. Cool, man. Where do you go fishing for them? All right, you ready? Let's go ahead and snip this. All right. Snip number 1. Snip number 2. Snip number 3. Can we list that signed Sonic I sent you on eBay in the future? I could do that. The problem is, you know, eBay would take 13% of that. eBay alone would take 13%. There we go. Let's go, mister. Give me something good. Let's do this pack last. It's the most expensive. Let's do it in this. No. Let's do it in this order. There we go. Cheapest, most expensive. You ready? Mr. Carlos. So we've got Flagon. Not bad at all, actually. Beautiful. 1-pack Flagon. Okay. How about in here? Okay, we've got Odin. We got Fin Fang Foom. Hawkeye. You know, we don't usually show off all the cards in these packs. Spooderman. It's Spooderman. Hulk. 2000 or something like that. Here's Sabretooth, but it's a holo. Good. And we've got Bishop. So far, so good, Mr. Carlos. You've got 1 Flygon and 1 holographic. So far, so good. You're 2 for 2. 2 good packs so far. Wait, Bishop doesn't have a signature on him. Did I grab the wrong one? Here is Sabretooth. It's a Sabretooth. Very good. Did you guys see the short I posted of the Snorlax? The Snorlax just sold on eBay. Oh, there it is. The Snorlax just sold on eBay for $24,000. That is first edition Jungle eBay. Confirmed sale price, $24,000. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know what to think or say. It's really shocking, actually. But surprising? Perhaps not. Here's Caterpie, Nidoking, Vileplume. I need that Saudi money. Yeah, the assumption is just Saudi money, but I don't know. There's a lot of wealthy Americans, too. Did you know America has more millionaires than I think anywhere in the world, right? Isn't that true? You're living in the wealthiest country. It's this one. Electro, now, per capita, perhaps not. It might be like Switzerland or something like that, but we have the most. Here's Unstable Experiment. Wild Pack Squad. Spiderbot. No! Rampaging Classmate. Secret Identity. Here's Spy DR. Spider-Man Noir. MJ, Rising OnlyFans Girl. Here's Planes. Future Flight. Interdimensional Web Watch. Eddie Brock. Ooh, that's cool. Traumatize. Look how nice these cards look, guys. Beautiful. You got Mythic Rare Traumatize Holo. He's trying to shoot him with web, and the guy picked his head up off of his shoulders because he's got a bulb for a head. That's fun. Okay, I think you had a good pack. I think overall your run was good. You asked me for some hot ones, and hot ones you received. I like that this card has Venom on the back. That's cool, man. Lethal Protector. Venom, Lethal Protector. Symbiote Hero Villain. Yeah, he is sometimes good, sometimes bad, Venom is. And then you get this bonus card at the back with this girl, and she's with her boyfriend. All right. Very good. Bonus card in the back. And let's get, I'm going to put MJ here. All right. If he would accept it, I'd ship for him for sure. What'd you say? I got some king salmon and coho salmon that the meat is like bright red, looks delicious. It's top shelf quality. Oh, you're saying you'd mail me some salmon? I think it sounds like a fun idea, but I think as a policy, it would be smarter for me not to accept it. Maybe if we knew each other over a very long time period. There we go. All right, look at that nice traumatized card. I like that. Thank you so much. Carlos Suro, going deep. That was $115 for that order. Tossing this way. Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales, Spider-Man, mister. Yeah, I never watched that new stuff. I never watched the new Spider-Man. It is Carlos Sura. I only watched the super old Spider-Man movies with the one guy. There we go. He had like a nerdy dance when the Venom episode. Check this out. And Franco, whatever his name was, he played Venom. So this is a gym break. I got to advertise this from time to time so you know it exists. It's $45, 1 in 2 odds. This gives you a 50% chance to take a whole box of Scarlet home. You open it up. The Toby trilogy. That's right, Toby trilogy. Now we have Mark J. Valerian. May I do a tag grading for the Metazoo Top Chrome Mothman? I think so. All right. They do say that they grade Topps cards, and that is technically a Topps card. Here it is. That was the best Spider-Man 2002 era. Yeah, they've made a lot of Spider-Man since then. I haven't watched a single video, not even one. There we go. Tempting to watch the Venom series with the one actor. I didn't even watch that, though. I was like, nah, save myself the trouble. So just a fun reminder, we get special turnaround times and pricing with tag grading. I'm a tag dealer. And so we do tag middleman service. You can send cards to tag through me for 30 bucks. There it is. All right. That's going to be Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark. That is marked for tag. Watch the one where Gwen gets smacked into the pavement. Oh, I thought you were going to say someone smacks her ass or something like that. That's not right. Here's Pillow Swine. Wario's a gym break. All right, cool. We do a lot of poker cards, you'll notice. I'm big on playing cards. I like to kind of specialize in them. Jonas Gordon, 10 more of the Korean Team Rockets. You got it, Mr. Jonas. Jonas. What level is $30? So it's kind of like their basic grading, right? But they told me when I signed up for it, they said, we take care of our tag dealers first. That's what they said. And so they said it will feel a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Wow. That's right. All right, Mr. Jonas. And so we actually have a submission out from the beginning of September, and it's almost done, and September's not even over. And so that's like a 1-month turnaround. That's not bad at all. Let me see, actually. Let me go over to it. Yep, it's deep into the process. I bet another week and it's done. So about maybe a month and a week. That's not bad. I mean, because PSA, we sent some in for August, and PSA has put down December as the turnaround time from August. And actually, you might have noted, PSA put out a statement that they were raising prices and introducing longer wait times. Did you guys notice that? There you go. So I think that it's a real good value, 30 bucks, faster turnaround time. And it's just because we get a little nicer treatment. How cool is that, guys? Now, the flip side to that is I have to agree to grade a huge volume of slabs. So it's not just for free just because they like me. I have to grade like 500 slabs, and I have to be capable of middlemaning, which I am. So that was the contract I signed. We are. All right, here's Sam Azenta. I'm a big fan of tag grading. They're a newer grading company. They really splashed onto the scene, and I think that I really enjoy the quality of the slabs. I've talked about them multiple times, and now I have a deal with them. I only applied to be a tag dealer because I liked it so much. That's the only reason I did it. I wouldn't have applied if I didn't like them. Here's Mr. Jonas. So we got a really cool thing started. PSA needs to hire more people. Is SGC still a thing? SGC was actually purchased by PSA. So SGC is the same company as PSA now. However, I don't think it's as popular of a grading company. And I think that the grading company group is getting even more crowded. Here's Jared Line. He wants a Halo 07 pack. You got it, Mr. Jared. Hey, what's up, Jared? Nice to hear from you today. We got a Halo pack. I wonder if I could intern at PSA. I would give you only 10s. That'd be really nice. But I wouldn't want you to do that. You'd get yourself in trouble. Here we are. All right. Very good. Here's Hunter, but I know you're joking. Here's Captain Keys. I'm sure that's one of the key things they're looking for, keys, is they want to make sure that you remain impartial. So a very important concept, impartiality. And you got to be dedicated to that way of thinking. It's almost like a religious belief. It is the Hunters. You do it because it's the right thing to do. Look at that Hunter's card. So this pack did not contain a holo, unfortunately, but it did contain some really nice Hello cards. Okay. Bomber. Bomber? What? You got a nice Hunter. And you got the Crouching Jackal, Hidden Tiger. Crouching Jackal, Hidden Grunt. The Structure. Oh, well, I got the Structure. Do you have any Waifu Pokemon Trainer graded cards for sale, says Heath. Sometimes. I don't know if I have one that pops up to the top of my head real fast. Here it is. So Jared with the JA, probably in a JA box. There's Jack, there's Jacob. It's getting dark outside. It's only 6:26. It's getting dark. We are, in fact, in the wintertime. Here you go. Now, Mr. Jared, you're willing to open a pack of this stuff for 45. You should be one of those guys that jumps in here for the hard light. It's worth it, I promise. You know, because, you know, when you open a booster pack, yeah, you have a shot at a hit, but you still have to try and grade it 10. It's so hard to grade 10. The new Magic the Gathering universe is beyond set in 2026 in The Hobbit and Star Trek. The Hobbit. The Hobbit? I don't know. So William Wafter would like one pack of Inferno X. Here you go, William Wafter. Thank you, William. The Hobbit. Here you are. Oh. Oh, very good, very good. I was reading some South Park reviews. That wasn't very good. William Wafter, you got a perfectly cold pack. I'm sorry, William. One cold pack. I was reading some South Park reviews, and you are starting to see people say that they wish that South Park would go back to a style where the episodes are like their own thing, like episodic or something, instead of, you know, as part of a larger chain story. There we are. Because maybe after episode 1, where they're like making fun of Trump really harshly, maybe that joke is not landing as good after they've told it 80 times. Here's Beatrice Moniz. Can I get a spot in the Jumbo Pack Break? A spot in the Jumbo Pack Break. Yes, you can. You know, I was going to go watch the next episode, and I had started seeing like ads for it play on the internet. And for some reason, I just kind of felt like I already knew what it was going to be. Like, I felt like I already know what the episode's going to be. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at all these beautiful packs. Man, they're so nice. Oof. All right. Ready? This is going off right now. The Jumbo Pack Break. Independent episodes. Yeah. Where, like, the jokes have to be fresh in the next episode instead of just the same theme over and over again. People were complaining in the episode reviews that South Park got bad around the time Integrity Farms came out. And then other people were pointing out that no, it was PC Principle. That's when the episodes changed. So you ready? Let's go grab some of these. Boop. But I think ever since they started doing a series rather than individual episodes, the whole feeling of the show became very different. I've been watching South Park since the beginning, right? And I've watched the whole series, you know, season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on repeat for years. I used to just watch South Park on repeat, like background noise. It really has changed. Almost doesn't feel like they write the jokes anymore. That's how it feels. That's how different it feels. It feels like they don't write the jokes anymore. I wonder if AI is writing their episodes for them. I wonder if that's what's going on. Give me a number. Let's see. They think the third Beyond set might be Marvel Avengers. Okay, so we got Dylan with 1. Here you go, Dylan. And now let's go ahead and grab these. Beautiful. Integrity was okay, but PC Principle was a bore. They'd be good if it was written by AI. Maybe. I don't think AI could truly replace like a good artist. All right, give me a number. AI is pretty good at producing like average content. 4? 4 would be 0. So that would mean no split. Doghouse says 2. 1, 2. There you go. Should we allow that? Should we allow 0 for the split? Here's Carlos Sura, Mr. Carlos. Ta-da! That's a cold one. Sorry, Carlos. You had a pretty good run, but that's going to be a cold one. Here's Beatrice Monis, and she's going to pull Beatrice. Beatrice Monis. Could this be it? Could this be the break for you? Set that to the side. Here's Victor Kokiko. Cold. And here's Zachary Stex, Mr. Zach. All right, so I think this time it's going to be you, Miss Beatrice. About time. All right. The VA for Chef was actually in Scientology, which made him leave. I didn't know the voice actor for Chef was actually into Scientology, which made him leave when they did that episode. Yeah, that was in the news back then. That was all over the news. And then they did a final Chef episode where they created an episode by clipping together all of his previous recorded voice lines. And it was kind of a weird and almost sad feeling episode. Did you guys notice that? Who remembers that episode with Chef? They did. He turns into like Darth Vader at the very end. And, you know, I kind of got that they were poking fun again, but I don't know. It wasn't like a fun episode. It made me feel bad. They almost like disrespected the character. That's what it was. They disrespected the character. And I don't think that was necessary. It was almost vitriolic. Finally, I've entered in a few of those jumbo pack breaks, and this is the first one. Here you go, Miss Beatrice. Oh, yeah. Keeping the faith. Let's get it. Ready? He had the craziest death. Yeah, I felt that they were kind of mean about the end of Chef. They turned him into like a, you know, a bad person in the last episode, didn't they? But they sort of cast him as hypnotized or something like that by bad guys. I didn't like it. That was a long time ago. I forgot about that episode mostly, but I don't think they should have done that episode. They should have just let that character go in a nice way. He should have gone in a nice way. All right, you ready? It was BS. Snipping this. Yeah. Here's... looking back on it, you know, he'd been with their show for a while, and okay, so he doesn't agree with their criticism of Scientology, and yeah, Scientology is nuts, and you know what I mean. But he's allowed to have that belief. I think it was the fact that his character in the last episode that he was in, where they took a bunch of his lines, chopped it up. He was like a child toucher or whatever you want to say. I don't know what YouTube lets me say, but he was a really bad person in that last episode, and I didn't like that. They didn't need to do that to that character. It's almost like they were angry at him, I guess. Here's Guy in the Chair. Eerie Gravestone. You ready? This is for you. Shock. Sinister Hideout. Prowler. Misguided Mentor. Spider-Man Noir. Here. Ooh, do I see something? Do I see something shiny in the background? Here's Wall Crawl. Spider Bite. Web Warden. Swamp. Black Cat. Meow. The Spot. Living Portal. Dr. Octopus. Wedding Ring. And Silk Web Weaver. And this cool little bonus card. Okay, cool. So he finally marries his abusive girlfriend, MJ. Very nice. Here's the Silk Web Weaver and whatever this is. I think that these bonus cards at the back of the pack are better than what they've been doing. Okay, Silk Web Weaver. And Black Cat. Meow. Cool. He had great balls, though. I love them in my mouth. So salty, but delicious. Chef's chocolate salty balls. Here's the Cunning Thief. Good. Very good. Yeah, it was almost like a personal takedown of a guy who helped make their TV show famous. And here's Sigilif. Okay. Here's Victini. Here's... Yeah, that's an interesting thing, I guess, about creating a show like South Park. You don't get to really test your ideas out on an audience very much before you actually post the content. You know, because it's possible for a joke to not be funny, right? All right, what we got? Ba-doop. You find out later in hindsight if it was good. Yo! Sexy booby girl. Here's Gardevoir. Oh, pulling a Stoofle, the one-pack snipe. There you go. So far, so good with this round. Man. Ew, men. Here's Chibi Girl. Nothing too crazy there. We got a little Electric. Oh, okay, hold on. So let's go ahead and sleeve this up. Is Scientology a cult, mister? I honestly, you know, Scientology is, I guess it's a religion. But it's a religion that's been founded on a guy's sort of like sci-fi writing. So it's a very strange belief. I think most people would find it strange. But just recall, most religions operate the same way. Most religions where one day a really eccentric guy stood up and said, I'm a prophet, I'm the son of God, I'm this, I'm that. God speaks to me, not to you, but to me. You know, think of all the guys. There's a lot of guys out there. I guess you could say Moses was one, Jesus was one, Muhammad was one, Joseph Smith was one. So the South Park creators are running into this reality that a lot of religions are very easy to make fun of because they're just sort of one day an eccentric guy stood up and said, I'm the chosen one. And then somebody writes a book about it, usually some kind of Bible or holy book, and they say, now you have to do whatever's in this book. And the masses go, of course, this book is telling the truth and I've got to do what it says. And so, is Scientology a cult is kind of a tricky question. Maybe the wider question is the religions in general, do they operate as a cult? And the answer might be kind of like, maybe. Even if you're a religious person today, let's say you're a Christian, I mean, you must believe that the other religions are kind of culty, right? So it's a fascinating thing because it brings us to this question of how people come to the conclusion that the particular religion is real or not. And it's always faith. And what is faith other than just believing in something for nothing? I just believe it's true. Oh, why? Well, I think it is. Okay. Hey, pulling Giratina. Beautiful. Very nice. And so, yeah, I don't know. Is it a cult or is it a religion? You tell me. Might be a religion. That might be exactly what it is. Because it reflects what religions all are. There we go. All right, Miss Beatrice. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm in a cult whenever I'm forced to go to any church. The fact that people believe stuff shows a lot about society. Weren't they? Well, I think we were talking about how in modern society, it's young people. Young people are the least likely to go to church now because we're all way too educated on these ideas. Knowledge is being passed around on the internet super rapidly. And so it gets harder and harder to tell a person to put the money in the basket for Jesus. Why? Well, because Jesus told you to put money in the basket. So that's getting harder and harder to do that to people. It still works to a certain degree, and there's clearly still a strong chunk of the country that is very religious. And I don't think being purely anti-religious is necessarily a solution to life either. So I don't want to completely disrespect religions because I think they have a role. I think they help us try to come up with an explanation from where did the universe come from. So they still have that role. But people take it too far, you know. They take it way too far sometimes. Like anytime you want to do some kind of violent conquering of another country or people, or you want to defeat another religion, and the only way to defeat it is through violence. There's a lot of that going on in the world still, and it's really sad. Very barbaric. Miss Beatrice, barbarism is the truest sense of the word, barbarism. My God, I started the stream out that way. My God, your God, his God, our God. God's on my side, not on your side. We're going to win. People thought that the rapture was happening last week. Like, they really believed it. And that shows you the power of sort of religious psychosis. There's a real power there in religious psychosis. You really can get people to believe in something out of thin air. And it's not different from other things that we've witnessed too, like the witch trials of Salem. People really did believe that people were just witches and they had to be burnt. You got to burn them at the stake. If they sink, they're witches. They better not float because we'll burn them. All right, thank you so much, Beatrice. Arturo Perez, can I get 4 Inferno X packs? Hot ones only. You got it. Mr. Arturo Perez, let's get you some Inferno X. There was a new bag made recently for me. It's very small. We found it. All right. I think social media didn't help a lot of grandmas ready Facebook posts. Religion is still sort of this important subject in society, and it probably will remain so. Humans will ultimately never really know where we came from. We can't rewind time and witness the beginning of the universe, so religion will always be the subject that people think about and dwell on. Boy, it sure would be easy, though, if God just kind of popped up out of the clouds like he does in all these holy books. If he just kind of popped up out of the clouds in 2025 while we all have cameras and recording devices that can actually record evidence, if he just kind of popped up and said, hey, it's me, God, be cool with each other and don't kill. I'm the real one. Boy, that would solve everything right away, wouldn't it? That would solve stuff so fast. Never happens. All right, here we are. We got cameras now and recording devices now. It never happens. Just disappeared. Happened all the time in the past. Why do you think that is? What do you think the cause of that was? He just liked to talk more back then. He was just more talkative. We are. He said once cameras arrive, he doesn't like to talk anymore. He's like, no. Not anymore. Duh. Sleep. But so that is a real problem. You know, it's a real problem. All right, but people should be religious. I think people should have a set of moral beliefs about what's right and wrong. So I really believe that people should have a religion. They should have a moral stance about what's right and wrong. And it's okay to wonder about the origins of the universe. Maybe God made the universe, you know, who knows? That's going to be very hard to prove and very hard to disprove. It's just going to be something humans wonder about forever. How did the universe come about? All right, Mr. Arturo. Ooh, beautiful. I think stuff like, you know, Darwin's theory of evolution came around and knocked a whole bunch of people on their butt when it came to religion. You know, before that point in time, I think almost everyone was religious. And then you start learning about the theory of evolution, you realize how much of the world is just explained perfectly well biologically. And that does away with a lot of religious beliefs. Like the creation story of Adam and Eve. Yeah, so God made me out of the dirt, and then Adam made it, and then Noah had a bunch of stuff on an ark. Here's Mr. Mahasvara. Let's get a box of Inferno X. You got it, Mahasvara. Yeah, Darwin's theory of evolution came around, and religion probably had to evolve itself a little bit, don't you think? It did a little bit of its own evolution. It said, wait a second. Did we say Adam and Eve? What we mean to say is God began the universe. Let's go backwards a little bit. People used to take like Noah's Ark extremely seriously back in the day. You are? All right. That's more psyops. Neil Armstrong would not swear on the Bible he walked on the moon. Do you need a religion to know what's right or wrong? Just asking. Some people argue that religion infers sort of like this sort of objective morality. Like, you may not kill. Why? Well, because God said you can't kill, and you're not allowed to argue with God. So, you know, there's sort of this final, final argument with religion. It gives you a set of rules, and there's a couple religions to choose from. That's the funny thing. If you put all the religions in the same room at the same time, everyone's wearing their funny hats, everyone's wearing their funny robes, everyone's holding their books and their garments and their artifacts. And they were all the religious people were staring at each other. What you'd realize is that, wow, humans have made up a lot of religions because they can't all be right. The sun god, whatever the Aztecs were doing, where they're cutting people's hearts out, tossing them down an altar. There's been so many gods, Shintoism, Buddhism. There's been so many gods and spirits and ghosts and all this and all that and blah, 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 blah. If you put it all in one room, you'd be like, okay, humans definitely make up religions. And so you have to look at yourself as a new type of animal. You're a religion-making animal, an animal that makes up religions. And so when you sit down to ask yourself, which of these religions is truly the real religion, it becomes much trickier. The more educated you become, it becomes much trickier to make that decision. You go, I don't know. But what you can do is you can sit down in the room and you can say, who has the best objective rules? Which set of rules work best in society? That you can work with a little bit. You can say, well, maybe I like Judaism a little bit better. Maybe I like Christianity a little bit better. By the way, I think Christianity is the better one. Christianity is the turn the other cheek religion, by the way, right? Which makes it kind of a wimpy religion, but you know, it kind of works for society too. Turn the other cheek. It's a nice forgiving religion, and most of the punishments are in heaven and hell, so it kind of takes it out of the hands of you know, human governments and angry mobs of people who want, you know, revenge. Yeah, so, but besides that, you couldn't prove whether Christianity was the right religion or the wrong religion. Just like any religion is disprovable. And but they all have their sets of objective rules. Like in Islam, if you're a good guy and you do all the rules right, you get to have a bunch of virgins in heaven or something like that. You just get to, you're super virile in heaven in Islam. You just have tons of sex. That's not bad, huh? What do you think, guys? So, you know, you have different rewards for different groups, and you can just kind of pick and choose which one you think sounds best and stick to it if you'd like. They're not making up a lot of major new religions these days, I don't think. I think many people just kind of fall away from it all and say, I don't know, dude. That sounds a little far-fetched. Maybe I'll just live life and live my best life right now. See what happens afterwards. He is too busy talking religion, says Trevor Carpenter. What can I help you with? Mr. Reed, Trevor's comment. Trevor says, I just noticed your September PSA submission and saw I only had one card on there when it should have been 4 cards getting graded. Trevor, what can I help you with that? So the other 3 cards, you say you got 3 more cards. All right. Trevor Carpenter, 3 cards are missing. So I basically have to go looking for your cards, but I already know they're not in the grading box. So my question is, did we ever set them up would be one of my questions. Do you have a bag over here right now, Mr. Trevor? Yeah, let's take care of this guy. Let's take care of Mr. Trevor. Mega Hair Cross. Don't worry, Mr. Trevor. We got another, we have another submission to make right away for tag grading. Actually, you guys will find that we constantly submit cards to tag now. So if one of your cards didn't make it in the current submission, it's not going to have to wait a month for the next submission to go out. We're going to constantly put submissions out. So you should be able to make it into the next submission right away. But what we need to do is locate those 3 cards, it sounds like. Ludicolo's in here. Look at that, Mahasvara. You got Ludicolo? That's a good artwork. I do have a bag, and I did already pay for grading. Okay, cool. So I would say let's go take a look into that bag and see if those cards are there. Do you remember me actually pulling them out of the bag by chance? You have your own box, Mr. Mahasvar. You got a lot of stuff. There we go. How much does one box cost? $210. What time is it? 6:48. Got to warn you guys, we're running low on time. So you might want to purchase a box for tonight, but we might have a limited amount of time to service all the orders. I'm supposed to go to tag, not, or to go to PSA, not to tag. Hold on, let me see this. I see. You're saying it's a PSA submission and you're missing 3 cards from the PSA submission. It's not the tag submission. Okay. So let me jump over here. That actually might be able to be fixed really fast too. Trevor Carpenter. Did you have a box, Trevor? CS man. There it is. Yep, you've got a box. So it's possible that you ordered the grading and I didn't actually service it. Let's pull up your order. Don't forget my cards to DWI to tag. The Dragonite, is that what you're talking about? The Dragonite's been sent, so you're good. It sounds like one got put into tag on accident. Do you think it's strange that the same person that wrote the King James Version also wrote a book on voodoo witchcraft? I've never heard about that. I know there's different. Okay, so here we go. So he says grade SB on SAR with PSA. Then you have a couple really big orders with no messages on them. 10 prismatic. So you have these really big orders, but interestingly, some of the orders don't have any message attached. What's that all about? Trevor, were you like making big orders and then just kind of telling me in chat what to do with it? Because there's not a lot of messages attached. Master Ball, Umbreon, and a couple other Master Ball cards. Let's go looking. Here's a Master Ball. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed you have some really big payments in the queue, but they don't have any message attached. I don't understand. Okay, let's see. There's a Master Ball Dunsparce. Mr. Trevor, we're going to take care of you, okay? So we're looking for those cards, possibly, but if you look, I did comment for grading in PayPal. I've got it open right now. I saw the request to grade the Espeon SIR, so I see that. And then there's a whole bunch of ones with no messages. Then there's this one, 15 more packs of Prismatic, 15 Prismatic. Yeah, so weirdly, only 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Only 5 of your payments have messages attached. Here's Badu. Okay, let's see. I could show you. Maybe you told me to do it, and I didn't actually get it done. Okay, let's see. Popping this over here. Oh, I remember. Okay, Trevor, my brain was trying to figure out who you were. You know, it's funny, Trevor, I deal with so many customers. Here we are. You were a new guy. I remember this. And we were having trouble with your orders because PayPal would not accept the order. There is a high likelihood that your card is still in here and that you might have told me by word of mouth what to do, and I simply didn't get it done. Let's see. Or you told me by word of mouth to grade them a certain way. Let's see. Here's Dreepy. So tell me which cards it was you were expecting. What happened was you got store credit cards, and this is sort of the danger of the store credit cards is there needs to be a sort of like receipt so we can see exactly what you asked for. There's like a permanent history, like a paper trail. What we actually have are big payments and no receipts. There's just a couple messages. The only one that had a receipt on it was the Espeon. Ah, there's the Umbreon. Here's a regular Pokeball as Umbreon. Here we go. You probably told me by word of mouth what to do, and I bet you I just couldn't remember that. Here it is, Houndoom. It's always better to send a penny message. That creates sort of like a receipt. Here we go. Do it. Help me out, because I'm not the smartest guy. I have limited brain capacity especially for instructions that might be forgotten quickly. Ooh, there's a nice Slowpoke. So we'll just go ahead. So you had 3 more to go to PSA. Do you know which Pokemon in particular you wanted to send? I saw, oh, the Flareon's good. So I saw an Umbreon, there's a Flareon, and a Slowpoke. Those are all very good choices. Let's see. August 20th, 825, payment for 130 in PayPal. It says what I asked for. Okay, let me see. August 20th. And you said how much did you send? Payment for 130? Nope, on my screen it's blank. I could show you. I could screenshot it if you'd like. Weird. So maybe that was a contested order, you know, like a security order, and maybe. All right, but I'll go ahead and get these taken care of. That's why Mr. can't read. Just a small mistake that he can fix. Let's go ahead and get it fixed. Are you ready? I bet you it was the security problems that was going on at the time. Remember that? I bet you that's exactly what was going on. I bet you PayPal like filtered the payment, and when it actually posted it on my side, I bet you it did not take care of it. The message probably didn't transfer. I bet you that's exactly what happened. Because if you recall, we kept running into those issues. I don't know why PayPal was doing that either, but I think it's because your orders were really large. All right, so let's see. So here we have a Mabostiff, a Flareon. Here's a Terrapago, Slowpoke, Execute, Houndoom, Iron Crown, Umbreon, Dreepy, Goldeen, Budew, and Dunsparce. Which of these would you like me to send out real fast? I bet you what happened, I bet you they like filtered the order through some security thing, and then they posted it to my account a little later, and maybe it just like came in with no message as a result. According to this, I received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 messages from you ever. And I could kind of show you if you want. If you don't care people seeing your orders, it doesn't reveal any information except your name, which everyone already sees your name. But let me show you. So should I don't think it matters. Does it matter? No, for privacy reasons, I won't show you. But if you'd like a screenshot, I can email you a screenshot, okay? All right, I'll put that up there. Master Ball Flareon, Master Ball Houndoom, and Master Ball Umbreon. You got it, man. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that Flareon. I'm going to get that Houndoom. I'm going to get that Umbreon. And since you were probably a little stressed over it, which is not your fault, it's just how it worked out, I'm going to also send off one more for free. I'm going to send your Slowpoke for free. So you get one free grade, Mr. Trevor. I really appreciate you, man. Sorry about all that. One thing's for sure, if something ever goes wrong, I like to take care of people so that they're happy with it. Now, here's the deal, Trevor. I got a private PSA submission ready to go out with just my cards in it, and we can totally pop these into that. So you won't even have to wait for a new grading cycle. So we'll get you all taken care of in one free grade. There we go. All right. We'll send out Slowpoke for free. What do you think he should send in? Mr. Keeps It Real. Yeah, I apologize for that. I certainly would never like to have any mistakes because it only makes people feel stressed. I don't like that. In a way, it's kind of, it works out in your favor because you get the free grade. So in a way, it's not the worst thing. It is. Sometimes that's a happy ending, actually. All right. And here's Flareon. Okay, Flareon. All right, lovely. Okay, so all those are good. Oops. And, oops. Let's go ahead and grab all these. Yeah, I really appreciate it, Mr. Trevor. Say Trevor Carpenter. We're going to put a P here so there's no confusion on that. And then I'm going to say TC, TC, TC. And now we'll put these in a bag together. And I've got one submission of PSA. It's an open submission with just my cards in it. We're going to toss these in here and create a special new submission just for your stuff. Well, what I mean is I'll make a new post to the Discord server with your stuff in it. All right, good. Whew, thanks for resolving mine, too, the other day. No problem, man. No problem. All right, perfect. You probably told me to do it. I bet you I got distracted or something. You can see how we do a lot of talking. I got blah, blah, blah. And it can be hard to do, a couple things in your brain at the same time. So it is 7. Next up, we got Stephen Leon. Hey, Mr. May I please have one Destiny Rivals booster bundle? Yes. What a great set to still be opening. This is Stephen Leon. PayPal won't let me screenshot the transaction, but the payment notes for the grading in the... I can actually show you from my side. If it doesn't bother you, I can show you from my side that there's no message attached, as crazy it is. I can show you here live. People would see how much money you sent me, but they're not going to see like your address or anything like that. Let me just check. Yeah, it's weird. It just didn't send me a lot of messages actually. But look, as long as you don't, I don't think this affects anything about you. But see this? So there's a message. This exclamation point is a message. See, Great Espeon SIR with PSA. Now look, the rest of these no message. But you see, there's one here, one here, one here, one here, and I don't know why it would do that. I don't know why PSA would do that, but I bet it was just whatever was going down with the security issue. So, yeah, it's strange. All right, so let's see. Back to Stephen Leon. It's technology. It's technology. Sometimes technology just stinks. Here we are. All right. Did I miss the 2 junk packs? 1 Carddass Nikke. Says Ballers to the Moon. I don't think you did. Today's been a busy stream, man. We got a busy stream going on. We are. It's a good stream, but a busy one. We got Mr. Steven. You ready, Steven? Here goes. This is the daytime stream for Monday. We got the Inferno X in early. It's been really nice. Now we're trying to take care of everybody. PSA is now PayPal. Yeah, weird. PayPal only saved like 5 of the messages, and that's very unusual. But I bet you're telling the truth. I bet you did send me the message. But I remember PayPal, not PSA, PayPal had a strange thing with your orders where sometimes they would go into like holdings for security because it wanted to make sure like everything was good and cool with those orders. And I think it was just the size of the orders and the speed of them that PayPal was taking those precautions And I bet you they will filter the order, and then when it arrives on my side, maybe no message. I have no clue, actually, because that's a lot of them with no message. There we go. Or maybe they had like a special setting on your account. Who knows? Little Team Rocket's Tyranitar. He's a nice artwork, isn't he? I like that artwork a lot. Here's the Mewtwo. He's kind of a hit. There's a beautiful Mewtwo, guys. Look at that artwork. So you got a nice Mewtwo out of your round and a little Persian. Meow. Do you have Mega Evolutions boxes or packs? Very soon, very soon. Mega Evolutions coming probably tomorrow. So we should have them probably tomorrow. And it's feeling like I better order some more because I can kind of sense the urge for them. I've done this a long enough time that I can sense the urge for them. Here's Mr. Steven Leon. He says, I have a bag. Let's go find it. So, Steven, how you feeling tonight, Mr. Steven? Hopefully pretty good. I'll take that Mewtwo. Yeah, he's actually a really good pull. Notably also pulling that Tyranitar Holo. The Tyranitar Holo is nice. He ended up being a staff card. Isn't that cool? Okay, so Steven Leon. Nathaniel Martinez, 2 junk packs, 1 Carddass Nikke. Mr. Nathaniel Martinez. Here are your 2 junk packs. And 1 Nikke Carddass. Oh, yeah, here's something I worked on last night. I forgot to mention it to you guys. I have redesigned the Raw Shuffles. Here they are. Raw Shuffles now look like this. A little bit different. And I want to keep evolving them, keep redesigning them until I find a product that people are really satisfied with. They are. I noticed they're pretty painful, actually, the Raw Shuffles, as a result of working similar to the Poke Shuffle, because you get these packs that are straight up cold. There's just nothing in them. And I feel like that system for raw Pokemon cards, it makes a couple people happy when they pull a really good Raw Shuffle, but man, a lot of them are quite cold. So I want to have something like a reduction in the coldness. Short Circuit, huh? What is that from? PJ Tucker. Okay, Booby Girl, the Frog. I think the queue is busy. We definitely... I have a bag for the junk packs. We are definitely very busy right now. Sisters Call? Baseball? We are crazy busy today. Busy as heck, man. Nathaniel with an N. Mr. Nathaniel. You got a bag, right? Oops. Place this here. Oh, man, we need to clear up some of these overflow bags because they're hiding the end bags. Nicholas. Nectaria. He needs more hands. If I just had more hands. Patrick. He didn't say new bag, right? Here he is, Nathaniel Martinez. Haha, very nice. He said he had a bag. There we go. Very nice. Here's a nice Vulpix. Here's a nice Mario. Here is a nice Glalie. Ooh. Isaac Thomas Gym Break Boosty Box. Here you go, Mr. Isaac. So this is the Gym Break. 1 in 2 odds for the whole box. Only 1 person gets it. So you'll have a 50% chance to hit the box or a 50% chance to pull basically a 5-cent Pokemon card. There it is. $45 bind. Most of you guys already know how that works. You've seen it before. Okay. We have an Edward Cornelio, and he says 1 spot in the Radiant Charizard. Did you ship my slabs? Miss Alexis would be packing them up right now, in fact. She just arrived about an hour ago. So she is packing them up. There it is. Okay. All right. Good. That ticks up to 2 out of 8. I think this one will be very popular, in fact. I got Dinglebird, if that counts for Metazoo. You got Dingleberries. Jared Line says he'll take 2 spots, in fact, on the Halo. I'm glad I pointed that one out to you. Make sure all the Halo guys, the guys who like Halo cards, have a shot at that really rare hard-light card. Okay, there we go. What's cool about this hard-light card, he's very hard to grade 10. And look, a little transparent there. This is like a top pull. In fact, it might be the top pull other than signatures out of the Halo Legacy collection. So difficult to pull this card. And look, Population 1. Super cool. Might as well take a shot at it. That's 2 and 16. Man, I'd jump in that one, but I'm not allowed to. Yeah, I like the Master Chief card. He's a good card. But I bought him for a break. Let's see. Mark J. Valerian says he wants a Topps Chrome. There we go. Very nice. Here we go. Okay. Now let's go ahead and snip this. Mr. Mark. Snipping that. And what do we got? Here's Cheesy, Lizard Man. Here's Frozen People. Here's Hopkinsville. Is Hopkinsville? Very nice. That's for you, Mr. Mark. All right. Beautiful. Very good. And now we've got Jonas Gordon. He says Korean Nikke times 10. Yes, sir. Let me get that for you. Ooh. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see what we pull. The Korean Nikke cards are an exclusive set in Korean. We're going to snip that. We're going to snip this. Wow, we had a nice audience today, man. What do you guys think? It's pretty cool. Really feeling these vertical streams, man. I feel like they have been a great thing for the channel. Here's a holo. And here is a Boobies Girl. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. And here's another holo. Here's a holographic. Here's a holographic. Here's a holographic. We're looking for signatures, by the way. So each box contains one full signature. That's a chibi. How about this one? All right, just another chibi. No Siggy in this round, Mr. Jonas. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonas. Jonas is a new guy. It's nice to meet you, by the way, Mr. Jonas. Jonas, you like the Halo cards, too. Did you know you could buy a spot in this Halo break right here? Gives you a chance for this guy. Let's take a look. So some chibi girls, girl in a bathtub, girl in an outfit, chibi girl, sexy tights girl, and giant boobs Mickey girl. Very nice. Gonna join the 1/2 Pokemon break. Already read that. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I want to do shipping as well, says Mr. Ivan. You'd like to do a round of shipping? That sounds good. Yeah, you can just send in for that. Here we are. But it won't go out till Wednesday. So Wednesday, that'll be the new shipping date. If you wanted it to go out on Monday, it would have had to have been paid for yesterday night, last night. Read Sandslash. Sandslash says, I sent for one so packed of Inferno X an hour and a half ago. You might have missed it. All right. Let's see. What was the name on the order there, Mr. Sandslash Squad? That's why I need a way to look it up. You do Throwback Thursday when we do a wide version. Yes, Mr. Read my message. So Carlos Sura, tag grading for the Flygon. Let me take care of that real fast. Try and get as much of this done as possible. Anthony Haymeyer. I remember this. You ordered a round, and then after you ordered a round, you ordered one more pack. And I remember reading that out loud. Mr. Carlos, I feel like we took care of it, but I actually cannot remember. But we did read that out loud. You ordered like 3 packs or something like that, and then after you ordered 3 packs, you ordered one more. It was the next order, and I think I serviced it right away. In other words, I let you cut the line for that one pack, I'm pretty sure. There we go. But because it was ordered right next to your other one, I just joined them. There's Flagon. Very nice. I don't remember it. Carlos Sura. And this is for tag grading. Yeah, I never got the one sealed pack. Oh, no. Was the request for a sealed pack? Oh, that's no good. I definitely wouldn't have kept it sealed. Let's see. Anthony Haymeyer, here's your bag in the front. Let's see, Mr. Anthony. I definitely didn't give you a sealed pack. We opened this clearly. Maybe what we did was you ordered one more and we opened it and it didn't contain anything in it. All right, I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a sealed pack. We got to be really careful with that. If you guys order a sealed pack, make it all caps or something, okay? Make it all caps. Make it all caps because there's a fair chance that I just open it not realizing you want to keep it sealed. It's very rare to keep a pack sealed. Okay. Okay, Mr. Jonas says he wanted the other half of the Pokemon box. Here it is. Oh. So, a quick pokey. Well, what time is it? 7-Eleven. We're going to call it, guys. We're going to call it 7-Eleven. It's past 7, guys. So the other person going on here is Jonas. I'm going to go have a dinner, and we'll be back on for the late night stream. Jonas Gordon. Let's go ahead and call it here, because if I begin this, it's going to take another 20, 30 minutes. Not 20, 30, but maybe, probably another 15 at least. So we're going to stop here with Jonas, and then we have Alicia Brown, 2 spots in the Mega Evolution box. Very nice. And we'll also have Mr. Martin Ramirez and Mr. Jonas, who wanted 10 Nikkei. So that's where we're picking up for the late night stream. Talk to text is terrible. Mr. Can I see blue CGC 9? The blue CGC 9. Here it is. So this is a Glalie from 2013, graded 9 with CGC. Looks like it's about a 9. It's a nice card. It is from 2013. Those cards can get really expensive. Notice the blue color to it means it was part of that Plasma Blast time period. And that's kind of like a it's kind of like one of those unique blue cards that you could get out of that time period. I want it. Okay, I can set it to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off and have dinner. We'll be back on for the late night stream. We are definitely not skipping tonight's stream because we got a new set. So I'm excited for that stream. I'll see you guys there. We had an excellent daytime stream. I'll see you guys for the late night stream tonight. See you later, everybody.